Hey guys, Endarm27 here, and welcome back to Timberborn. Last time we made a lot of good progress, and we got our explosives, and we're starting to build out our reservoir. It's going to be a bit of a track on that one, just because of the speed that the beavers are going, but we'll get there by and by. So, with that said, let's just get into it. There we are. Isn't it a thing of beauty? Or at least it will be someday. Alright. Well, let's just get back to it. Now, I know we have a lot of expansion happening over here. We do have unemployed and homeless. Thinking on all this, I am kind of leaning towards maybe trying to get some of these beavers boosted a little on their well-being. So, I think first of all, I'm going to go ahead and turn down our working hours. We'll just monitor that. If things get crazy, we'll adjust accordingly. Second of all, it does look like our logs are having a little bit of a struggle keeping up. We're going to go ahead and tear down this little maple here. And we are going to add in a third lumberjack. And I think third of all, I am actually going to do a little expansion downriver and try to take advantage of some of these areas. I don't know how far we're going to be able to reach, although as we can see with our metal working, we can get pretty far. So we'll play that one by ear and just see how far along we can get. Maybe we can only dam off along here. Maybe we can get all the way to the edge of the map. I may also open this up, and my reasoning for that is that I think these lower areas, we may go ahead and use them for aquatic farmhouses. So I threw down a couple of stairs here. I mainly just want to see how far they can get. I mean, we have a pretty good idea already. If we go over here and hit our district center, I think I'm going to rename this because we do have multiple districts. So we are just going to call this one, it won't be very creative, we're just going to call this one City Center. And we will call this one the Reservoir. Okay. So Reservoir District and City Center. But yeah, so I ran some down here, and like I said, sorry I got distracted there, but like I said, we've got a pretty good idea how far we can get down here. Pathing wise, this is probably about the limit, but I do believe we can build out as far as this highlighted area. So we'll probably get somewhere around in here. I'll go ahead and build a dam down here and expand that out. Likewise up here, I don't know. I think we can go quite a bit further than that, honestly. We can probably get down into here, but we'll just see. I think I will actually throw down those, and we'll see if they get built. And then, once again, as these get going, we'll see that happen. I don't feel like I really need to prioritize anything much right now. I do, however, want to go ahead and throw down some... we can't do too much with decorations. We just don't have enough research at the moment. Though that said, these aren't that expensive. I did get this, and I think that was a mistake. Because looking at it, this isn't quite what I was thinking it was. Here's the other problem, is that it is going to look hideous on here because it doesn't quite go everywhere. Let's see what this one looks like, and maybe I'll just regret doing any of this, but we'll find out. Yeah, it basically suffers from the same problem. So, oh, I don't know. I guess we just won't have a roof for now. Which is fine. You know what? We could actually possibly even throw some extra barracks on top here. That wouldn't be the end of the world. That would actually probably look pretty cool. Our habitation district is kind of getting to be an interesting little. Our barracks district is getting to be kind of interesting. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and start things up and let our beavers do their thing. I'll probably just let them do that, and we'll be back when they finish. Alright guys, coming back. It does look like our population is slightly outpacing our food production, by which I mean it's definitely outpacing our food production. We do have berries, but obviously we don't want to draw into that too much. My thought here is that we may want to go ahead and expand our food production down here into the aquatic areas. Though I kind of wanted to set that up over here. Alternatively, we could go for some alternative food sources. We don't have a whole lot of, well, we do have some unemployed, so not a particular issue there. Our beavers are still working away down here. I would actually like to expand our potato production, but if we're going to do that, I think we need to move our berries out. I'm just noticing we are having a hard time keeping up. In fact, I'm going to pause while we set this up, just because I do see that we're having some real struggles keeping up with that. So we are, first of all, going to tear out these trees. We don't need them. Our maples are keeping us well stocked with logs, although even there, as we mentioned, we had to expand out we had to put in that third lumberjack because we just weren't harvesting them all. So we have plenty of lumber. So we're just going to tear all this out. And then we are going to go ahead and put down a forester over here. Just right here next to this water. And that forester is going to plant us some dedicated berry bushes so that we can tear out the rest of these. And I think we'll just go ahead and do that and get some additional potatoes growing. Throw down a gatherer. And the other thing over here, since we're already doing this, I'll wait for these trees to get torn out, but I think we're going to go ahead and plant some chestnut trees so we can get some chestnut harvesting going. Gatherer right here. We'll put down one for now. If we can support more, I mean, they've got a pretty good range, and they've done pretty well over here. Now, that said, let's go ahead and tear out these berry bushes. And we are going to bump those up to highest priority. And while we're waiting for those to go, now this is gonna look hideous as all get out, but now we've got our forester up and running, we've got our potato farm expanded. That said, we are pretty much out of food, so we may actually see some beavers die off while we're waiting for these potatoes to come back, or to finish growing. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can get these crops going at a reasonable enough rate that we don't have anyone die. That said, we're definitely pushing our luck here. Definitely not a crowning achievement here, but that is kind of why we're trying to expand out here. We did get our berry bushes planted over here. if our workers can keep up with this, which it seems like so far they can, I may even expand out the potatoes further, add another grill, just get some more going. But we'll watch that. We'll see what we need. You will also notice we do have. It looks like we've hit pretty close to our break-even point. So I'm not going to expand any further than that at the moment. If somewhere in the 65 to 70 range is where we're at for now, that's where we're at, and it's obviously giving us some grief as is. So no reason to push our luck until we have expanded our agricultural district out. I really want to get ahead of this and make it so that food is no longer a problem. I do think our water is just going to be fine from now on out. I doubt, especially once we get this out, and we're not going to stop building this out for quite some time, but once we have this all built out, I doubt we ever have water issues again. So it's really going to be about food at that point, which our poor beavers are pretty well out on. Nope, this district has no food, so we may see some die from starvation, which is unfortunate. That is really, really unfortunate. But if some of them do die, we'll see a little bit of a correction there. I don't think we're gonna... Ooh. Well, yep, there's some started dying of hunger. Maybe. Let's see what happens. Well, we have had 4 die of hunger so far, which is actually better than I expected, but obviously not good. I'm gonna pause right here. I think we need to get something to help them work, our farmers work a little faster, and more specifically our grill to work a little faster. We do have a few potatoes, though they are grilling them up as fast as they grow. So I don't want to blame this famine on them. That's not fair. This is a famine of my own making. I obviously did not stay ahead of the population growth. So looking at this, what's going to give us the best beaver statue? Plus 5% working speed. Those are not hard to get. We do have plenty of logs. Roofs as well. And shrubs. Huh. Did not know about all these things. There we go. A laborer monument. 25% working speed. That would be amazing. And we could throw it on top of our storage. Let's see. Anything else? Books. We're not really gonna get books right now. That's gonna require workers, and we don't know how many of our workers are gonna survive. So we want to focus on things that are gonna get us there without a temple development. So a lot of these things are good for working speed. Let's go ahead though. That laborer monument, just a little bit expensive. Let's do some short terms. Beaver statues. Range on these things is not too bad. We're gonna just throw out some of these. This is actually probably not going to affect the farmers that much. Unless it's by building, we could try that. It does seem like it is building, or by building, so we'll go ahead and throw one here. Throw another one right here. One right over here for that. Get one up in here for these buildings. I mean, they're... Oh, they take metal blocks. This is a very expensive. I believe the folktale ones only took logs, maybe planks. Well, I really hope this is going to be worth it. This is expensive. Ah, well, we'll just do it. Let's just do it. We're gonna commit to the bit. Is there a location I could throw this down here that'll do more? Not really. Okay, well, we'll do that. I will prioritize the farm statue. And this statue. All my other statues, I think I'm going to set to low priority, just because of the metal requirement. When they get to them, they get to them. And I'm just going to let this run, and we'll be back. It looks like maybe we'll be through this famine. I hope. If we do, then we'll just pay a moment of silence to those who died in the Great Famine, and we will continue expanding out our agricultural. Just a quick note, I am going to bump this back to 16 hours. Stuff's not getting harvested, and obviously having less working hours is for when we can afford that. So we'll go from there. We're also really close to the next drought, so I'm going to detonate these. There is just something really satisfying about that. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. Oh. A very short note here. I'm sure you all saw that. I did not know that you could kill beavers with explosions. I will pay closer attention to that in the future. Alright, we're still struggling with our food here, although we have only had one other die of hunger that I've seen. So we're at 5 killed by the Great Famine. We're going to go ahead and replace some more of these berries with potatoes. Maybe that's not the best idea, but we're basically eating these, eating this food as fast as it's planted, or as fast as it's harvested. So getting more of these is probably not the worst idea. Our beavers are keeping up with it, and maybe the statue is making a difference. If I look, let's see here. If I look down here, yeah, beaver statue. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get more potatoes. Potatoes do seem, we grill them as fast as we pick them, and that gives us more food than the carrots. So I think our way out of this is through potatoes. So maybe we're Irish beavers now. The Great Potato Famine. Great Potato Famine of Ironhaven. Anyhow, like I said, it does seem we're definitely having to tighten our belts, but our beavers are still going just fine. And as we get more food coming or planted here and harvested, I think we will see this plateau. Now, I have not turned off the pods. I think that should be a little bit self-evident why. One, we don't have berries anyways. They're getting eaten before they make it here, so there's no babies actually growing. But two, we have to have replacement happening. If we don't have those babies coming, which we're probably going to see this come back to bite us a little bit. But if we don't keep babies coming, then we are going to have a major population decline, and that could turn into a death spiral. So, whoop, did not keep ahead of our water issue here. So yeah, we are going to have to, we're really going to have to get this under control. Our food situation is not sustainable. So we'll get there. Get them to stop eating our berries so we can get more kits coming and go from there. Alright, a lot of jump cuts in this one, but there's just not that much happening. I fully expect that as time goes on, we may wasted a little water there, but we still have 12 days. But we only just barely emptied out our top most layer, so I think we'll be fine. Ooh, this could get rough, guys. Well, these statues really do seem to make a huge difference. Before, they were barely keeping up with these carrots and that small potato patch, and now they are taking care of these crops really well. We could easily deal with more if we wanted. Also, we still have 8.5 days left in this drought, and our water is getting low already. Oof. That's not good. And we're still dealing with the famine. We have not been able to build up any kind of food store. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This might be the end. We still have unemployed beavers. Let's go ahead. Although I worry about it, let's go ahead and get some more carrots going. Our farmers can reach over here. We'll just plant some carrots over here as a temporary stopgap, and not all of them can make it over there, but some of them can. So we'll call that good. See if that helps ease some of our problems. But that said, I mean, we're up to 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're having a lot more dying of hunger than I care for, but our population's stable at about 70, so we're still holding firm, even though we're eating as much as we dig up, and our water reserve is worrying. So, well, guys, that's it. We're out of water. I'm gonna pause all of our water pumps in the hopes that we have enough water stores to last 4.5 days. The rest of our water has to go for our crops, or we will starve. This may be the end of Ironhaven, which I hope not. This recording's been going for almost an hour, and if we died right now, that would be really, really disappointing. That said, we got a good harvest of potatoes. Honestly, more than... I'm gonna see. Doesn't look like any are close to ready to harvest. So we're gonna let our beavers work in here and grill up some, but our guys are still eating the food as fast as it is being harvested. We're not building up any kind of stores, which is plenty worrying. I build out all this and I'm not even sure we're gonna get to use it. Well, we're gonna plan as if we are. Let's go ahead. Yeah, they made it down here. Let's see how far we can run this down. Well, we're gonna go ahead and build ourselves a dam right in here, and hope that it gets used. Oh my goodness. If this drops down, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and build a full-on levee. That might make this unusable for planting. This area here might get too deep, but we will see. The other thing I want to see, how far... You can't get here. So this is the edge of where we can get here. So we're going to go ahead and build a levee right here as well. That's not a levee, that's a dam. And we are going to desperately hope that we can survive. We've got 3.5 more days to go. I'm not going to lie, guys. We might not. Um, we might not make it. But we sure as heck are gonna try, even if we end up losing a lot of our beavers. We'll keep our farmhouses going. If there's any way at all to pull this back out, I'll try it. We'll hope. We'll hope. It's not looking very good, but you know what? We're not quitters. We still have water in reserve. Our crops are definitely... Well, we'll see. We will see. We'll see how far we make it. If we lose, it won't be for lack of trying. But that is about where we have to call it. This episode has been all about food, and that is entirely on me for not staying ahead of it. But that said, our water situation's not looking any better either. So this has been a very stressful episode, guys. But we're gonna call it there. If you like this, if you like what you've been seeing, leave a comment down below, like the video, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one.